Don't fight. Hold on. No, that's not it. No, that's not it. There, like there. There you go. Okay. So let's look for it. No, that's not it.
Teacher was my dream since I was young, because I love children, I love my community, because education it's a key, it's a successful thing. Like, if you are not educated, you are just like you are nothing in our world, in our country even.
For me, the message of Global Dignity Day is to empower others and to empower yourself, to believe and to have confidence in your own values, in your own personal self-esteem, and more importantly, to recognize your potential, your efforts and your talents, no matter how big or how small, that you would be able to make a difference to the lives of others, to do good to the many lives around you, should you decide to want to contribute. I'm Michael Teoh. I'm from Malaysia. It gives me great honor and a pleasure to be speaking to all of you now, watching this clip in celebration of a very significant event here, the Global Dignity Day for South Africa. Now, I've been here in South Africa for 3 weeks now. At the time of this recording, I would have been in Kenya. Now, I've had the opportunity to travel to 17 countries so far, South Africa being the number 17, volunteering in different projects, from helping rural families in the deserts of Arequipa, Peru, build wells for their families, to helping families in the rural villages of Antigua to build cooking stoves so that they could have better access to cooking facilities, and to building homes, shelters for rural hardcore poor families in Bogota, Colombia, and from volunteering with the Lions even in Zimbabwe, and now I find myself here in South Africa. I believe my 3 weeks here in South Africa, primarily here around the Cape Town area, was well spent. I've had the opportunity to volunteer in orphanages, in preschools for rural and poor children, for HIV/AIDS care homes, for sanctuaries belonging to young people from abusive families. And one thing I do realize from all my volunteering efforts here is that for all of you watching this right now, you can indeed make a difference. I'm currently on my last day of volunteering here in South Africa in a small craft library here in the Red Hill settlements in the township just along the coastal mountain range outside of Cape Town near Simonstown. And you could see how in this community alone it was founded with the vision of volunteers, where volunteers from all the nearby communities from all around the world, whenever they come to volunteer at this township here, where most of the people are mostly poor, they would bring storybooks, they would actually bring crafts, they would bring watercolors, and they'll bring color pencils. Most of them are used color pencils, used equipment. But what really touched my heart was these kids here in the rural villages would still make use, they would still treasure these important, these useful instruments that we from developed countries or from a more privileged family background would have taken for granted of. Again, being here to volunteer sinks in deeply with me for my message for all of you supporting the Global Dignity Day. I believe global dignity is related to someone's self-esteem, in believing in themselves, in being proud of who they are. But at the same time, for most of us watching this video who have access to the internet, you are actually quite privileged, you are quite capable, you are also quite knowledgeable to be able to use the computer or to be seated at your very seats right now. You can make a difference. Even a mere donation, even a mere intent to purchase color pencils, drawing blocks, exercise books, and donating it to your local orphanages can make a difference. All the three elements, all the three things I mentioned just now, as for example coloring book, exercise books and drawing blocks, would go a long way in imparting knowledge, in encouraging the creativity, and more importantly fostering the curiosity among these young children, particularly these children at rural areas who have such a rare opportunity to even learn, to actually be interested and to learn new knowledge. Imagine them drawing their most favorite imagination, their most favorite creatures on your drawing block. Imagine them using the exercise books that you bought for them for maths homework. Imagine them using color pencils to color their favorite cartoon, and thus engaging them, encouraging them to pursue education. And you would have seen from all the clips I've shared with you earlier, the only way that I can see that poverty, which is a major problem, poverty, hunger, widespread diseases are a major problem that plague our young people, that plague the entire world's population today. The only way I see that such illnesses in our social society can be cured is through education. It's through people like yourself. It's through people like you who decide to volunteer. It's through people like you who decide to take action right after this conference, right after today, right after you've gone back to your society to do something about it. Some of you may say you may not have the luxury of money. That's alright. With the intent to help, even volunteering in a local orphanage, in a school, in a preschool, in a village where you could help them rebuild houses, where you could actually help them clean their school, would make such a powerful difference in your lives. I cannot emphasize more on how you can play a role and how you should be empowered with the core message of Global Dignity Day, to believe in yourself. And I believe that's the main message here. I believe when you believe that you're able to contribute, when you recognize the effort that you as a normal human being, as a normal responsible citizen, you can make a difference, that's when someone's value or someone's dignity in society can really be shown. I believe this is a rallying up call. It is a wake up call. Wake up to the notion that even you can make a difference, that even you can give dignity, that even you can unleash what hidden potentials that others would have, simply by empowering them with simple good deeds, with simple good efforts that you would do during your free time. Again, this is Teoh here. I was the winner of the Your Big Year Global Ambassadorial Competition based in the UK. I've traveled across 17 countries with 5 to 6 more countries to go. I've seen many people, many unfortunate people who have no access to the basic necessities of life like water, electricity, energy, even clothing, and some even food. Throughout my world travels, from the developing countries in Latin America to the developing countries here in Africa, but one thing I did see in common, and that was the collective power of young people, the collective power of society that can really make a difference. Good luck everybody, and enjoy the Global Dignity Day celebration.